Okay. Right. Okay. Today we will start with the new topic, that is the blocking and the non-blocking systems. Okay, this is what the frequently asked question. Okay, many examination, this is the only one, the blocking and non-blocking. We call them as the procedural assignments. Take the heading as the procedural procedural assignment. Okay, if they ask, okay, procedural assignments. Okay. Procedural assignments are nothing but it will update the values. It will update the values of the register. How many values are there in the like HDL? Which are those values? 0, 1, X, and Z. Okay, and also we have the, for them we have the variables also. Okay, for them to give the values, we have to have the variable names also. Here it will update the values. It will what it is doing? Update the values of for the register. Register is used for what the output purpose, and also it is the what the integer and the real and or time. Okay, procedural assignments are used to update the values of what these variables as the register, integer, real, and time. Okay, that's the these to be what we call them. These values to be placed on what the will remain unchanged. If I use these values, okay, some values are there. If I use some values here for the register as the what the register as the 0. Okay, X as some other values as the integer as the 1, like this. These value will not be unchanged until the another value come and sit there. It means it's for the update the values here. The update the values. Updating of the values, these we call them procedural assignments. The procedural assignments will not be changed until the another value come and sit on that one. Okay, until the come and sit the values. That means for the remain unchanged. This is what the remain unchanged until another value, another procedural assignment value, until the another procedural assignment updates. Okay, updates. Okay, the syntax for this procedural assignments are what the variable value, and also we'll mention the delay also here. Delay or event control, and also expression is there. Okay, this is what the syntax for what the writing the procedural assignments. Direct. Okay, the procedural assignments are two types. One is what the we always and the okay, the procedural assignments are the update the values of the registers are integer, real, and time. These value will not be going to change until the another value come and sit. That is the updates. Okay, the syntax for this one is what the variable underscore value. Okay, these variable underscore value can be here the what are those? This is what the register, that's the, and the integer and the real, and also here the time. These to the until the these value will not be changed until the expression will not be evaluated. Okay, these value will not be changed until the expression will not be evaluated. That's nothing but these value will be changed only when the expression evaluated only. That's nothing but here the delay and event control will be this is what the optional. This is what the optional one. This is what the optional. This is what the syntax for the procedural assignments. There are two procedural assignments. One is what the blocking, another one is what the non-blocking. Blocking and the non-blocking assignments. Okay, control blocking and the non-blocking assignments. These blocking and non-blocking are nothing but these to be what these assignment statements only. These are also assignment statement only. This will be used for the with the help of for the this is what the equation. Okay, if you are using the in any equation with the equal symbol, that's we call as what the blocking. Unblocking will be given as the name as what the is the less than or greater than or equal to. This is what the symbol for the non-blocking. The symbol for the non-blocking. These two executed as the what the operator. This to be works on the operator with the equal, and this is what the operator will be used for the non-blocking purpose. And also these blocking execution statements will follow what the sequential. This is what these will work as the sequential. This will work as the what the sequential. But these non-blocking will work as with what the non-sequential. That's the concurrent. That's nothing but the parallel, concurrent or parallel. Concurrent. Our programming is what the concurrent or sequential. Our Verilog HDL is what the concurrent and even the parallel. That's the parallel only. That's nothing but the Verilog HDL follows what the non-blocking statements. It will use the many what the programming writing. There will use what the non-blocking statements only. It means what the non-blocking statements only. And even the non-blocking statements will not be executed until the it follows what the it follows the concurrent or parallel rule. It means the sequential blocking statements will execute the sequentially. This execute the sequentially. Non-blocking statements will execute the parallelly. Okay, take the procedural assignments. Okay, take the procedural assignments. Procedural assignments update the write down. Procedural assignments update the procedural assignments update the procedural assignments update the procedural assignments update the value of reg, comma, integer, comma. The procedural assignments update the values of reg, comma, integer, comma, real and time variables. Okay. Time variables. These are the values. Okay, these we call them as what the variables. Okay, these values these variables values will not be changed until the another value comes as here. Okay, that's these are the variables. We'll have the some values here until this is what the next. Take the heading as the next point. The value placed on a variable. The value placed on a variable will remain unchanged. The value placed on a variable will remain unchanged until the another procedural assignment until the another procedural assignment updates. Okay, next point. The syntax for simplet form. The syntax for simplet form. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೆದ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೆ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ರಿ ಓಕೆ. The syntax for simplest form of procedural assignment is okay, just to copy this one. Variable name equal to delay or event control. Delay or event control. Okay. delay or event control. This is what the expression also is there. Expression. Okay, delay or event control is what the optional. Okay, this is what the these are the optional. But if you want to define the any variable with the expression, that this is what the LHS part, this is what the RHS part. LHS part will be changed, will get the value until the RHS part is going to be evaluated. Until the expression is not evaluated, the variable value will not be changed here. It means here the LHS depends on the LHS value is depends on the RHS part only when the expression is to be evaluated. Okay, next, a delay control is an optional. Delay control is an optional. Delay control is an optional. Next point, the left hand side of the procedural assignment. The left hand side of the procedural assignment. This is what the left hand side. Nange is the right is left. Na hinge nintukondu heladalla, nange hinge nintukondu ನೀವು ಬರೆಯುವಾಗಲೂ right hand side is right hand is left hand. Okay, variable value. Okay, the left hand side of the procedural assignment can be first point, star on the first one, the star akre, first star, a range, comma, integer, comma, a range, comma, integer, comma, real, a range, comma, integer, comma, real or time as variables are memory or variables are memory. Next point, next you don't star akre, the list select of these variables, sorry, the bit select of these variables. Okay, this can be done as the, if I have the adder, if I want to have the header with the many bits as the 7:0, it means what the 8-bit one. I am getting the values output here, the 8-bit. If you want to only 1 bit, then you can also send the value as the adder with the only 1 bit, that is the what the single one. That what the single one also you can send. If you want to have the first bit, okay, if you want to have the first bit of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if you want to have this first bit, then you have to send what the 0. If you want to have the second bit, this is the you have to send the 1. If you want to have the third bit from that value, then you have to send the value here the second. It means here if I am sending the 0 means what the, it is selecting the first bit of the my value here. Okay, first bit of my value here. Okay, this is what the bit select of these variables. For example, adder of 0, write it, adder of 0. Okay, next star, a part select of these variable, a part select of these variables as adder 31:16. Okay, what is the necessity to have this MSB bit only? If my adder is having the 32 bit send size, I can send the 31:0. Among this complete 32 bits, I don't want to select what. Okay, I want the part of this bits, part of this adder. Okay, then I could send the values as the adder with the 31:8 bits ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, then 16 bits ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. This is what the 32 bits. ನನಗೆ 16 bits ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ 8 bits ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 31 ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೆ 2 plus of 6, that's nothing but the 24 also I can send with the for 8 bits if you want. Part of the bit selection, we are doing what the part of bit selection. It means what the a part select of these variables, a part selection of these variables. Example, adder with the 31 raised to 16. It means what the we are selecting the up to 16 number of bits here. We are doing what the 16 bits of the adder here. Next point, concatenation of any of these variables. Next point, next R as the concatenation of the above, concatenation of these above, concatenation of these, concatenation of any of the above, concatenation of any of above. Okay, the right hand side can be any expression that evaluates the value here. The right hand side can be here the any expression. This will what the evaluates the until the value of the expression not changed, the variable value will not be updating. Variable value will not be updating. It means here the my LHS values depends on the RHS value only. RHS value only. Okay, there are the two types of procedural assignment statements. One is what the blocking, another one is what the unblocking statement. First one is what the blocking, another one is what the unblocking statement. Blocking statements are executed in the order they are preferred as the sequential block. This will follow what the sequential block. And also if even I have the one operator, that is what the equal operator is used for the blocking operator, blocking statements. Blocking statements. And also sometimes blocking statements will not be a block until the execution of what the it follows the parallel block. It's not okay. The here means what the it is executed in the any assignments, any statements here the in the sequential form only. It is what the sequential form only. Okay. Take the next point. There are two types of procedural assignments. There are two types of procedural assignments. One is what the first one is blocking. Another one is the non-blocking. There are two types of procedural assignments. There are two types of procedural assignments. One is what the blocking, another one is what the unblocking. There are two types of. Is what the classroom or you are dictating, or you should have to write whatever I am dictating here. If you are explaining the classroom, no, then you can easily write it off your own. When I am dictating, you should for that you write in the class notebook. There are two types of procedural assignments. One is what the blocking, another one is the non-blocking. Consider the blocking assignments. Next point as the take the heading as the blocking assignments. Blocking assignments. Blocking assignments. Okay, blocking assignments statements are executed. Okay, next point. Blocking assignment statements are executed in order. The blocking assignment statements are executed in the order they are specified in a sequential block. Okay, they will these blocking statements will be executed as the order mentioned. Okay, as nothing but the sequential they are executing. Okay, next point. The equal operator is used. Okay, that is what the equal operator is used. The equal operator is used to specifying the blocking assignment. To specify the blocking assignment. To specify the blocking assignments. Next point, the blocking statement will block the blocking statement will block the blocking statement will block the execution of statement that follow in a sequential block. Next point, The blocking statement will not be block. The blocking statement will not block the statements which will execute parallel. Okay, for example, if I am taking the reg equals to x, y, z, reg equals to x, y, z, then the register that is having the 15 raised to 0 int dot a and the reg of b, sorry, int allada reg dot a and the reg dot b. Okay, just I am writing just to copy I will explain later. Okay, this is the small piece of code how to write use this procedural assignments. Okay, blocking and unblocking statements. Here the blocking statements here I used. Okay, blocking statements I use. This is what the registers I defined with the x, y, z. Where I am using these register keyword and wire and all to write what our test bench waveform. Usually the behavioral modeling program most of the time we will use in the test bench writing only. and even the registers is referred to as the inputs as the 15:0, with the having the what the value here, the register A and the register B. Okay, this value is having the 15:0 means what the 16 bit. These A and B values having the 16 bit of values here. Next one is what the integer counter. The counter is what the int type. It's what the we are defining. Okay, the operator variable is what the counter is what the integer type only. And also here we have the some statements here. Whatever we are writing the behavioral statements, those to be written between the initial and the always statement. Okay, if I start with the initial, there you have to understand. You have to think about this one as what the behavioral statement only. Okay, if I am using the always keyword and the initial statements, then you should have to think this is what the behavioral model programming, behavioral model description. Okay, here I use the initial, only one time initial I used. Okay, begin and the end is here. If I is there, begin is there, then it should have the end also. Okay, if it's a begin, then it should have the end also. If I am initializing here the x equals to 0, y equals to 1, z equals to 1. Is there I mentioned any there any of these variables with the delay? No delay. These we call them as what the scalar assignments. These we call them as what the scalar assignments. Okay, scalar assignments. Next is what the count equals to 0. You are initializing the count equals to 0. What we are doing here, the count equals to 0. If I made the count equals to 0, then if I made the if it's increasing the count, then it is in a re-return over there. If its count is 0, then the register is what the 16 bit of binary form. It's from that 16 bit we are selecting the first bit. From the first bit, that's what the 0. 16 bit value is ಇರುತ್ತದೆ ಯಾವುದು A ಮತ್ತು B C D ಏನೋ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. But A is what the return the values with the value as what the binary in the form of binary. In the binary form you are selecting the 16 bit of first by value itself. Second is what the register and the register B. This is what the register B and the register A also having the first bit of the my binary value. Okay, then this is what we are mentioning what the delay. Yash is there. If you have found anywhere in the yash symbol, okay, this is nothing but the delay. We have the input as what the register of the A of 2. A of 2 is nothing but what we are doing the A no 2 ಸಲ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. A value ಏನದ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? A value ಏನದ 16 bit of first value 0. That's nothing but we are doing what they are the second. We are sending the value as this is also one bit of 0, which is the bit selection with the delay. We are doing what we are mentioning here the delay here. Just to look at here, delay is here 15, delay is what the 10. No, class is running, please don't come. I will give the time.
ನೀವೇ ಇದು ಮಾಡಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳಬ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಪ್ರತಿ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದೇ ಆಯ್ತು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಬ್ರಿ ಸರ್
ಆಯ್ತು ಯು ಕಮ್ ಲೇಟರ್
ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೋಬ್ರಿ ಸರ್
ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ
ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ದಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇರಲ್ರಿ ಯಾರು
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೋ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕಮ್
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೋಗೋದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್
ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀನಿ
ಈಗ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋಗೋರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬ್ರಿ ಸರ್
ನಾನು ಕರಿತೀನಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನಾ ಕರಿತೀನಿ ಹೋಗು ಇವಾಗ ಬೇಡ
ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್
ಆಯ್ತು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೋಗು ಹಾಂ ಹೋಗು I will give that time. Class is running. Don't disturb me. Go. Okay. This is what I'm mentioning here. The yes symbol. That's what we are having the statements with the variables as the declaring what with delay also we are sending here. Okay. Count equals to count plus 1. We are incrementing our count value as with the plus 1. It's the end. Which means here what we are going to declaring here my procedural statements having the block statement with which is to be used what the single value assignment declaration, and also even the part of the value declaration also we are using. It means here the blocking statements will work only in the sequentially. If it is executed in the parallel, then also it support. But the thing is that it is to be executed one by one. Okay, just to copy that one. Just to all of you copy that one figure on that program, piece of program. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ದು ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ನೀವು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಎದ್ದುವರೆಗೂ ರೀ. Amja, what's your name? Mustafa. What you are doing there? Just sit properly. Are you copying the things whatever I'm writing on the board? Why you come to classroom? Huh? Show me your notes. Where is your notes? Then why are sitting in the classroom? Just get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. ಎದ್ದೇಳೋದು ಹೋಗು, ಎದ್ದವರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುವ. ಏಯ್ ಮುಸ್ತಫಾ, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಎದ್ದವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಗು. ಬರ್ತೀಯಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ? Get out. Okay. This is what the simulation time. Always my statement starts with the time of 0. One more point. You just copy these things. Is it visible for you? Okay, register XYZ, reg of for the 15:0. That's the register, reg A, reg B. Okay, and also integer counter. Integer is declared with the counter is declared with the integer, and also all the behavioral statements must be written between the initial and what the always statement. Initial and always statement. Whatever writing these statements are called as what the behavioral statement. Okay, in this behavioral statement, what we are trying to explain here the blocking statements, blocking procedural blocking statements. Okay, this is what the declaring what the initializing what the variables, and also declaring and also considering the part of the variable value. If I have the variable name as what the 32 bit idra nanu adralli nanu 8 bits ashte bekagida angunu select ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. If you want to select the only one bit of among that was 16 bit alli nanu 8ನೇ bit bekagida adu value ashte bekandru, that one also will be selecting with the help of what the these procedural statements. That's nothing but the blocking statements. Okay, take the next heading as the non-blocking statements. Non-blocking statements. Non-blocking statements. Okay, non-blocking statements follows the sequential order of execution, and also we will use the one operator is there, that is what the less than or equals to one operator is there, and also we have the operator usually that the same example we will be using here. Okay, non-blocking statements are what the procedural statements which will follow the sequential order of execution, and the one operator will be using the less than or equals to for the non-blocking statements. Here I have the one example. Here the same example I written, but I used what the non-blocking operator here. Non-blocking operator you can find here the less than or equals to non-blocking operator. The same is here the it will execute the in the it will follow the sequential order of execution. It means what it is executing the first line, then only it will take the next line. This of execution. This is what the non-blocking statement. In the examination, they will ask the explain the blocking and the non-blocking procedural statements with an example. You should write this much only. Okay, copy that one. Non-blocking assignments. Non-blocking assignments allow the scheduling of assignments. Non-blocking assignments allow the scheduling of assignments without blocking execution of the statements that follow the sequential block that follows in a sequential block that follows in a sequential block. Okay, the less than or equals to operator is used for the specifying non-blocking assignments. Non-blocking assignments are the statements. Non-blocking assignments. Okay, next example, just to write the copy things. Okay, just to copy this one example. Here I have declared the register with the XYZ, register with the 15 raised to 0. The values for the variables is here the 16 bit only, and also here the count is to be mentioned here, the declared as the integer type. And also I use the two statements here, which one? Bearer statement. One is what the initial, another one is initial statement. Within this initial statement only I written the begin. Okay, begin x equals to 0, y equals to 1, z equals to 1. Count equals to 0, then the register is equals to 16 bit of 0. First one will be selecting, first bit select ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ. Next ಇಲ್ಲಿ second value select ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ. Is this less than or equals to 1 bit of this one? Second bit ಅಂತ check ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. Next register of this is less than or equals to delay is mentioned here. Okay, 10 of what the 10 of this is what the concatenation x y z. X ಏನದು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಅದು 1 2 0 1 2 concatenation is what the 12. Is this 12 is multiplied with what the concatenated with what the multiply with the 10 also here 1 0 0 1 2. Is this value is less than or equals to 13 raised to 13 raised to what the 15 raised to 13. This is what the bit size is mentioning. This is what the count will be increasing every time. This is what somewhat logic is here for writing the program for the counter here. Okay, just to copy this one, it will be easy for you to writing the non-blocking statements. Non-blocking statements are shown here with the less than or equals to operator here. Okay, next is what the here the these here the all the assignment statements always starts the execution at the time of for the 0. Okay, next the next topic is here the Gayatri will give the seminar now. Time minutes 10 minutes ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಟೈಮ್? ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಟೈಮ್? 42ನಾ? ಓಕೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ? Okay, next take the heading as the application of non-blocking assignments. ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ? ಯಾರಾಗ್ಯದಂದು ಟೈಮ್? ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ದಾಗ್ಯದ ಟೈಮ್? ನಿಮ್ಗಾಗ್ಯದ ಟೈಮು? ಮತ್ತು ಯಾರಿಗಾಗ್ಯದ ಟೈಮ್? ಮತ್ತು ನೀವೇಂದ್ರಲ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗಂದ್ರಿ. Okay, take the heading as the applications of non-blocking assignments. Take the heading as the application of non-blocking assignments. Applications of non-blocking assignments. Non-blocking assignments are used to as a method. Non-blocking assignments are used as a method to model non-blocking. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದೆ ಶಾಂತೇಶ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊತಿದ್ಯಾ? ತೋರಿಸಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅದು ಐತಿ ಹಿಂದಿಂದ ಐತಿ ಇವತ್ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದ ನಾನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೋ ನಾನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು use a method to model a several concurrent data transfers that takes place after a common event. Okay, definitely we'll consider the one example here. If I take the positive edge triggered clock here, okay, then definitely the always at the rate of what the positive edge. This is what the pos edge. Pos edge is nothing but the positive edge clock here. What type of clock I have here? The negative edge and positive edge. Here what type of clock I am sending input as to the counter positive edge clock. As you all studied, the counter will have the input as the clock itself and even the reset also. This clock I am sending, what type of clock I am sending? A positive edge clock here, so that I am beginning here, the begin with the end. If I go get the always or initial statements, then you should have to identify that programming as what the bearer statement, bearer description itself. Okay, if their begin is there, then you mention as the end also. Here I have the three registers as the register 1, register 2 and the register 3. Okay, these will have the what I am explaining here, these are what the non-blocking statements. Okay, less than or equals to, less than or equal to. Okay, this will have the one values, that is the delay with what the 1 is what the int type. Another one is what the at the rate of negative edge clock. This is what the values having the inputs as what the int 1 and the int 2. Okay, this will work with the one value, that's the XOR gate also. That's what we are having the XOR gate symbol here. What the value here? The XOR gate symbol. And also I have the one value is here, the register here, the register 3 is equals to old value of this is what the register 3 will have the old value of the register 1 also. That's nothing but this is what the old value. Just to copy this one, copy this piece of program. Here at least at each positive edge clock the following sequences will take place. One is what the read operation will take place first, another one is what the write operation will be taking place, and third one is what the here the both will the operations will be performed together as to what the get the result here. Here the first one is what the read operation will take place, another one is the write operation will take place, and then the read and write operation will be taking alternatively at the same time. This is what we are doing what the non-blocking statements. Okay, this is what the applications where we'll use the in the counter itself, first in the counter itself. Just to copy this one, at each positive edge of clock ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ at each positive edge of clock the following sequence takes place for non-blocking assignments. Okay, first one, a read operation is performed on each RHS values. Okay, first step is what the a read operation will be performed on the RHS part of the values here. Read operation will be performed. First one is what the read operation to on the RHS part of values here. RHS part values. Okay. Second point, write operation is on the to the LHS. Write operation to the next point. The write operation to the LHS are scheduled. The right operation. Hey, Barkoro. Huh? Are you sitting to classroom or Santi? Huh? ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಹಾಂ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಟು ದ LHS are scheduled to be executed at the same time. Third point, the read operation are executed. The read operations are executed at the scheduled time. With the step by step. These are the 3 steps here you have to follow. Okay, come. Okay, they will take the I will take the next tomorrow class. Let them to announce what they want to announce here.